Notion has been taking over the speed garage wave with his hit track The Days. We already done multiple tutorials on his style, so in today's video we're gonna dive in his most recent style, a darker vibe of speed garage. So let's break down his track. This vibe includes a rap vocal,
10-10, my lyrics and flows are 10.
heavy drums, and an energetic bass. So without further ado, let's straight dive into it.
A number, girl, don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me.
So we're gonna start with the vocal. As I said earlier, we're gonna use a rap vocal for some more underground vibes. So let's open up the new speed sample pack.
I hear the speakers calling me.
And let's go for
Real love,
this
get it
one.
all.
Pack is still under construction, that's why it looks kinda weird. And then just place it in.
I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for
Already
free.
red and
Back
mixed,
then
so
couldn't
it's just
afford
rack and
no
rock.
lease.
And then the only thing I want to do is add a sidechain to it, so we can use it in the drop. With animation clip and shape it like this. We're gonna drop it right here, so the last bit is gonna get sidechained.
I start collar, they all try holler. She want my number, girl, don't bother.
Turn it into a 16 bar loop for the break and build.
My number, girl, don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free.
That's already it for the vocal. Now we're gonna continue with the kick and bass. So first we're gonna create a bass in Serum. It's gonna be more of an underground bass, so it's not a typical commercial speed garage bass. So we're gonna start off with a sub, triangle, something like this. Then 2 harmonic sine waves, 2 octaves down, and fine tune them opposite of each other, giving this detuned effect. Also make sure to enable the mono, legato, and portamento for some slight effect like this. Then we're gonna add in the noise with LFO1 to the pitch. Just for some weird particles, you can barely hear it, but it's just for the feels in there. Then get rid of the sub ends for oscillator A and B because we have the sub oscillator enabled, giving this effect. Then mix them all together with this high pass filter, compression, bring back in some more sub, small reverb and delay for the top end of the sound, and a utility to make the low end mono. Something like this. So let's make the MIDI together with the vocal. Let's loop this part and start for the root note. We are working in F minor because the vocal is in F minor, and go for that typical octave swing you hear in a lot of speed garage tracks.
Me, blacked out, but they still notice me. The lifestyle, don't let me me. Blacked out, but they still notice me.
Altogether, something like this.
Don't let me go.
So then we're gonna mix it. First on distortion. Boost the high end some more. And give it a big sidechain. So then it's time to add a kick in. So open up a sample pack, one shots, kicks. And I think this kick suits the best. So let's mix the kick and bass together. First compress them quite heavily. And then an R bass to bring out some more of the sub ends. Turn it into an 8 bar loop and then make a variation with the bass, because there's a very cool macro on the bass. We got oscillator C enabled with 7 semitones up for a sine wave, and macro 2 enabled, taking it from this, giving really cool harmonics. So we're gonna make variation with harmonics enabled in the second half of the track. So just make an animation like this and create a local animation on the master channel. So altogether it sounds like this. So now we're gonna continue with the groovy garage drums. First make the basic drums with a kick, clap and a head. So go to the clap loops. Fit it to the tempo. Do the same for the head. Just some very basic stuff. But then we're gonna end in some groove. So go to the snares. Place it right behind the first head. Steady off the grid for some more humanizing. And I added this percussion sound as well. So just copy over the snares. Very minimal right now, but we're gonna add in a head loop. And we're just gonna use the first parts of this, like this, as some sort of closed head. It's a bit too loud, so... So this will be our drum foundation. Now we're gonna mix it. So route them all to a drum bus and load up my new plugin Slammer. It's a drum bus plugin that really makes your drums stand out some more. So first let's start off with the pawn section. Enable transient and clipper and bring it around 30 to 40%. Then we're gonna glue it together with some warm glue and some saturation and compression together, giving this effect. Then we have the air knob. Mix it in and some warmth. Giving this effect, so before and after really makes a difference. Really makes the drums stand out some more. So this will be our basic drums. And then I want to add in the shaker for the second part. And mix it in around here. Fit it right to the drum bus. So altogether our drums sound like this. We got the main drop elements ready, so now we're gonna work on the arrangement, build up, and just fine tune the track some more. So first I want to add some ambience to it. Go to the Speed 2 sample pack and search for a top lead like this. Drop it in as a long steady note and mix it some more. First remove the low end and open up the high end. Then add a photo for a sort of stutter effect. Compress it. Push it to the sides with the imager and some reverb and delay together with the sidechain because I want to use it in drop as well. I also color up the vocal and use it as a transition. So together with the vocal it sounds like this. Just a small effect to fit it up some more. So of course I'm going to use it in a breakdown as well. And let's work some more on the build up. So first copy over the bass and remove the low end during the build up.
Don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free. Back then couldn't afford no lease. Now I pull up and they notice me. Blacked out but they still notice me. Lifestyle, don't let me go to sleep.
That's better. So then we're gonna add in a snare build. Let's drop in this one.
Don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free.
Snares
Back
and
then couldn't
drums
afford no lease. Now I
merge
pull
together.
up and they notice me. Blacked out but they still notice me. Lifestyle, don't let me go to sleep. I start collar, they all try holler. She want my number. Don't
really gets the job done. So then just copy over some downlifters.
Don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love.
And then to make the breakdown a little bit more interesting, we're gonna add a plug melody to it. So again, open up the preset tab. This one's really cool, but let's go for this one. Start off on the root note. Duplicate it and make variation in the end. So together with the vocal, it sounds like this.
I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free. Back then couldn't afford
Really works
no
well
lease.
together.
Now I pull up and they notice me. Blacked out but they still know. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free.
Open up the
Back then
module like
couldn't
this.
afford no lease. Now I pull up and they I hear the speakers calling me.
Make
Real
the
love,
impact
get it all
unique.
for free. Back then couldn't afford
And
no
reverse
lease.
it
Now I
for
pull up and they
a smoother
notice me.
transition.
Blacked out but they still notice me. Lifestyle, don't let me go to sleep. I start collar, they all try holler. She want my number. Don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all.
Altogether, our speed garage drop is very minimal, but it really gets the job done. The only thing that's left to do is slap on a quick master. So first, EQ it some more. Really bring out the mid end some more. Like this. Then a little bit more stereo. Make a sub mono. And we got some room to push it a few dBs. So push it to around here. So that's it for our speed garage drop. I think the final result turned out really dope. Let me know what you think about in the comments. Besides that, hit the subscribe button and I see y'all in the next videos.
I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free. Back then couldn't afford no lease. Now I pull up and they notice me. Blacked out but they still notice me. Lifestyle, don't let me go to sleep. I start collar, they all try holler. She want my number. Don't bother. I hear the speakers calling me. Real love, get it all for free. Back then, couldn't afford no lease. Now I pull up and they notice me. Blacked out, but they still notice me. The lifestyle, don't let me go to sleep. Iced out collar, they all try holler. She want my number, girl, don't bother.